The amateur expert.
Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl Ashley, the amateur expert, coming to you live today on this Talk Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. So happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone out there. I am excited for you guys to talk to my guest or to hear my guest story today. I actually met him at the Rose Mansion. He was one of the actors or like cast supporters there, so that was cool. And so, if this is your first time tuning in, the concept of the show is to talk about our guest's career path, their idea of success when they first started out, the tips and motivators that they used along the way. And so, as soon as, oh, he's in, perfect. We'll get him added and we will get started.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
Ash,
Welcome to
Ashlee.
the podcast. Hey. I love it. So,
Thank
if
you for
you
having me.
could, please, yes, absolutely. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us who you
Absolutely,
are and what you do
absolutely.
currently
What's
for
up,
work,
world?
like aside from COVID.
I said, oh, wait, what now?
I said, tell us what you do for work. I said, aside
Oh,
from
okay,
COVID.
gotcha. 100%. Yes. Well, what's up, world? For everyone who I have not met, for the people I have already seen, thank you for coming and tuning in. My name is Ramon Nuñez, born in the Bronx, New York. I am an actor. I work predominantly in film and TV. I also do screenwrite. I model. That's a
Hey,
little bit about me.
I love it. And so, when you were a little boy, what
Little
did you want to
boy.
be when you grew up and why?
Funny enough, when I was about 7 years old, I knew this is all I've ever wanted to do. I saw my guy Shia LaBeouf on Even Stevens.
Love even Stevens.
Loved that. He inspired me. I got my mom's digital camera a few years after the line. Started making short films on YouTube. The rest was history. But ever since I was a kid, I've known I've always wanted to do this. And now I'm doing what I love. And I'm so thankful for that.
I love it. So this interview is going to be fun because your answers are going to be very specific and strategic, I'm certain. Also, shout out to our curls. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so you knew that's what you wanted to do. You were inspired by Shia, who was on Even Stevens. And so tell us your journey. How did you get to actually becoming a model? And how, I'm
Mm.
sure or were there people in your life who tried to deter you from that dream?
Well, I feel like there's always people in our life who's going to definitely try to throw us off track and deter us from what we're our passion really. So that definitely came. That definitely came. I would say it took a long time for my family to really support and believe and see the vision. So
Hmm.
what I had to do initially was put in that groundwork essentially. And once they started seeing that what I was doing wasn't just a dream,
Hmm.
it was really a calling, and I was really putting in work, and I could really put food on the table with it and make a living out of it.
Yep.
That's when they started taking me more seriously. Once they saw me getting major auditions, being on major productions, I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I believe in you, Raymond." So sometimes you got your naysayers, even the closest people to you, even the ones you really love the most.
Hmm. So I read in your bio that you went to RKC or RKA, and that
RKA, yeah, it's
you
my
were
high
the
school.
yeah, you were the voice, they coined you. So was that a performing arts school?
Not at all. It's just a generic public high school, public middle school and high school in Riverdale in the Bronx.
Okay. And then you transitioned to what was it? Was Did you at any point in time take like acting classes or do anything specifically to hone your craft?
After RKA, my high school, I went to WCC, which is generic liberal arts community college. Within that school, I did not major in acting. I actually
Okay.
graduated with my associates in liberal arts and humanities.
Okay.
So I was taking acting classes here and there, but I never sat down and narrowed in on acting as a major. I never spent years, months at a conservatory. So I've dropped in classes and workshops here and there.
Okay. And so tell me this, when you were looking up to Shia LaBeouf when you were younger, what was
Yeah,
your idea of success?
such a great question. I used to sit down in homeroom in middle school with a friend, Mikkel, and we would go back and forth and talk about our dreams. And I would say to Mikhail, man, I want to be on billboards. I want to be on commercials. I want to be on TV, and I want to be on movies. And that to me was my idea of success as an actor.
Perfect. And so now that you are in the role, right, what is your idea of success?
Now I'm here. I'd say my idea of success in general is narrowing down on your calling, going all in on it, accomplishing all those goals, and then creating more goals, because we never want to settle. We never want to be complacent. Once you do reach a goal, you're going to want to keep going, and you want to keep reaching a new peak and a new peak.
Yeah, that's
So
so
my
true.
idea of success is accomplishing your goals, sticking to your passion, and always leveling up, so to speak.
And so you said something that was interesting to me, and I wonder if you can shed some light on it. You said sort of like discovering your purpose. How did you know that acting was your purpose? And how were you able to um, hmm, how were you able to develop that?
It's a full circle moment, actually, going back to that story when I told you I was sitting in my house watching Shia LaBeouf on Even Stevens. I mean, growing up, I was raised by a single mother and an older brother, so I didn't really have much of a social life. Went to school, came home, repeat. So I watched a lot of TV and movies, a lot. So just watching that, that's what really inspired me to go forward with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what makes you want to be in front of the camera, not maybe behind the camera, or do you want to do both?
I do both. I love to screenwrite on the low. I love to screenwrite on the low. I actually enjoy directing. I've directed a few music videos, a couple music films, as I call them.
Okay.
That's actually another goal of mine, Born for the World Films, to make that a production house company within film and TV.
I love it, and
So
I
there's
support it.
there's there's always going to be more. It's not just in front of the camera. It's never going to be just acting, not for me at least.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And so tell me, along your journey, what are some tips and motivators that you've used along the way?
I've had my sister, my big sister, she used to be a momager. So
Hmm.
I used to seek her advice. She was definitely a mentor to me. And I study the game. I am a student of the game at the end of the day. I look at the people who I look up to. I study their path. I listen in on their interviews. I
That's,
really am a student of the game.
that's so important. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people think that in order to be mentored by somebody, you have to know them personally, but that's a really good point that you can just study someone else's blueprint.
Yeah.
So that's
And
good. Thank you for sharing that.
absolutely, not to cut you off, but another story that I have in mind, Shia LaBeouf is truly an inspiration and what's the word I'm looking for? And a mentor of mine, not personally per se, but I've had the opportunity to go out to LA and I've trained with him at his Slauson Rec Theater Company. So that was someone who I've seeked mentorship with in person and just growing up in my house watching him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. You really are a student of the game. So what's something that you have learned, or you're still in the process of learning that you wish you had learned sooner?
Time management for sure. For
Such,
sure.
such a big one. And why do you say that?
Because there's always, yeah, I'm doing fine now, but I can always be doing more. I think I can always be doing more, and it's a matter of me figuring out how to manage my time wisely and appropriately. So I'm doing everything I need to be doing to get where I need to be.
That's important, and that's really good that you've come to that consensus, right? Because a
Hmm.
lot of times people just say they want to do something and they can't figure out what it is. So you being able to narrow it down was dope. Um, hmm, if I were an aspiring actor, could you give me maybe 5 steps on how I can break into the industry?
Okay, let's say you are an aspiring actor, specifically within film and TV, because theater,
Mm,
that's a whole nother realm.
yes.
So I'll
No,
speak more towards film and
perfect.
TV.
Yep.
If you are looking to break into film and TV as an aspiring actor, student films, classes, writing and creating your own content, studying at home, YouTube, Netflix. Those are my fast four. I know you asked for five, but those are my fast four.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then at what point do you or would you suggest getting an agent or start like going to castings? Like what does that look like?
I'd say start going to castings as soon as you're ready to. So if you've got something, somewhat of a resume, yeah, go on castings. Actually, not even that, because you can go on a casting for a student film and not have any resume.
Mm.
And there's castings for even major productions that you don't really require. You can do a casting as soon as you believe you're ready to. That's more of a personal thing. As for getting an agent as an aspiring actor, that's something that you have to be ready for in a professional level, in my opinion. So you need some kind of credits,
Hmm.
some kind of experience, some kind of training.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, how do you deal with the constant no's in this industry?
Oh man,
Thank
that's
you, Tiara.
Tiara. Shout out Tiara. There's so many no's in this industry. That's the name of this entertainment industry. No, 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 no. But one door closes, eventually another one's gonna open. So it might take 99 no's before you get that one yes. I
Hmm.
go out on so many auditions, not right now because of COVID, so I film them in the house. But nonetheless, as an actor, you will or do go out on so many auditions. So how do you deal with that? You take it to the chin. That's all you can do. Because
Mm.
it's either you're gonna that's a part. It's called the crap sandwich. In life, you gotta sign up for all parts of it, not the glamorous. You need to get your hands dirty and deal with the crap sandwich as well. Eat it. Take it to the chin. Otherwise, keep pushing and go to another realm, another industry, because you need to have thick skin,
Hmm.
especially to be an actor specifically. It's a part of the game. If you want the glam, you gotta take the crap.
I love it. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the roles that you've booked. I know you're recently on something on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Congrats, congrats.
Thank you.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the role, how you got it,
Absolutely.
where
I
we
got
can
that.
find it?
Just like most of the other productions I've gotten, I've auditioned for them, got submitted for my talent agent and my manager. Shout out Stewart and LAU. Booked it. Now that is on Apple TV. It's a show called Little America, episode 7. It is a
Hey,
funny series about immigrants. I recommend y'all all watch it. Oh, but Raymond, I don't want to pay for another subscription. That's great because it's free. Right
hey.
now, it's free. What price? Go on
You
Apple
better
TV.
plug yourself. I
That's
love it.
right.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
No
And you said you're
excuses.
you're creating some content at home. Do you have a YouTube channel that you can share with us? How do people see what else you have to offer?
Absolutely. I do have a YouTube channel. I mainly plug everything in. I use Instagram as a hub, especially with Instagram TV nowadays. They made that really convenient. I'm actually planning on releasing a docu-series within the next week or so. So that'll give people more of an insight of who Raymond really is.
Hey, I love it. So we're going to definitely put your information in the show notes. The last thing I'd like to ask you is if you could share a random tidbit of information with me. Oh, just kidding. We've got another
Okay,
question, hot off the
send them in.
press.
Send them in. Hot off the press, baby.
So, for someone who is looking to break into the industry, how do we find agents?
It depends where you live. Because if you live in the middle of nowhere, you might have to fly to one of the hubs to really get work, to really find and sit and perform in front of an agent. Chicago, New York, LA, Atlanta, even Florida's popping. Depends where you are. Nonetheless, let's assume you're in New York, whatever. If you want an agent, you can go to their website and then it'll say submit talent, submit a general talent inquiry. So they'll ask for your resume, your headshot, your portfolio, really, your demo reel, clips. There's also different casting websites. Like if you go on actorsconnection.com, they'll say pay $30 to go to this agency showcase where you can perform in front of
Hmm,
5 agents. So
got it.
I'd recommend looking out for their websites, their workshops, and their casting calls.
That's perfect. That's good. Good info. Um, I think we might be ready now for the last question. I
Okay.
think. I think we might be there. So,
Yeah.
unless you have anything else that you'd like to share with us.
What was that last question? Hit me with it.
Okay, so I am the amateur expert and I claim to know a little bit about a lot. So if
Love
you
that.
could please share a random tidbit of information with me.
Okay.
Not about
Uh,
you. Well, I mean, it could be about you, but just like a random, like a Snapple fact or just maybe something that I can answer a $200 question with on Jeopardy. Just like a random, did you know, blah.
a random did you know, so to speak. Okay, wonderful. Haha. All right. Good God, you got me on my toes. Got me on my heels here, girl.
I mean, it could also be a quote. It could be something that you use for inspiration. It could be just anything.
Okay.
It could be the tips that you use to keep your curls popping, something.
I'm always looking for tips to keep my curls popping, but this is I do the basic shampoo conditioner, but that's neither here or there. Okay, one of the quotes that I live by, I believe Bob Marley said this. If not Bob Marley, Bruce Lee. I don't want to butcher it. But anyways, in a nutshell, one of them said, I'm pretty sure it's Bob Marley.
Okay.
It's Bob Marley. Bob Marley said, the people who are busy making this world a worse place aren't giving up, so why would I? And I live by that.
That is good. I don't think I've ever heard that. I've never heard that before.
I'll give another quote from Bruce Lee. I'm going to paraphrase it.
Okay.
The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering.
Immortality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two very good quotes to live by.
That's right. We all have the same 24 hours. It's about what you do with that.
Yep, that time management that you spoke about, right?
Full circle.
That's it. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. I'm gonna drop all the information that you've shared with us into the show notes.
Thank
I
you.
am excited to see what you have coming up, the docu series that's coming up. You said next week, so we'll be
Yes.
promoting that on the page. Thank you again for being on the show and for sharing some knowledge with us. So it's okay, Michaela, catch the replay, girl.
We got you,
Um,
Michaela.
thank you again for being on the show, and you have a good day. Be safe.
The amateur expert, thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Take
Later.
care. Hey y'all, happy Talk Tuesday. It's your girl Ashlee, the amateur expert, and I'm coming to you live later today. Hey y'all, happy Talk Tuesday. It's your girl Ashlee, the amateur expert, and I'm coming to you live later